Real estate deeds and documents from the 1930s and 40s with racial covenants keeping African Americans from moving into white neighborhoods or getting loans even to purchase a home.
That's right. Those covenants can no longer be enforced, but do still exist in many cases.
And we're signing, our lives away when we're sitting down, at these closings and not realizing that there's this lingering kind of racism.
I-Team reporters Doug Wolfe and Jacklynn Boatman report tonight on legislative efforts to remove those covenants at little cost to the home or business owner.
It's a dirty little secret, a stain on the history of the land of Lincoln.
But it's one of those kind of secrets that still exist on the books. And it's this, again, another relic that people are just not aware of.
Redlining, a systematic effort in the 30s and 40s to keep blacks and other minorities from buying homes in white neighborhoods.
And it's redlining because they literally took a red pencil and drew it around black neighborhoods, and then they could rationalize charging higher prices.
Maps from the 30s and 40s show Springfield and Decatur neighborhoods in 4 different colors. The best white neighborhoods in green, black neighborhoods in red, impacting the ability of minorities to get bank loans. Many real estate deeds and other paperwork with restrictive covenants prohibiting the sale or occupancy of a property by anyone other than whites. Some of those covenants, although unenforceable, are still on the books today and virtually unremovable without a court order.
I would love to see something happen in Illinois where you actually could much more easily, if you were a homeowner or part of an HOA or something, could go in and more easily get rid of them.
As WAND's Jacklynn Boatman discovered, some lawmakers are attempting to finally make racial covenants a thing of the past.
Taking these covenants out of deeds can be pretty pricey, but one lawmaker wants to change that by streamlining the process and topping the bill out at just $10.
This 1967 sets forth a procedure for requesting a modification by submitting the request to a recorder for a county where the property is located. So essentially, it allows entities or individuals to remove language for unlawful restrictive covenants.
Right now, if you have a restrictive covenant on your deed that you want off, it's not an easy process.
There is a process. It's not really clear, but it is very difficult. There's a lot of bureaucratic red tape. But what I know, what I've been able to uncover is that one primary method of removing a covenant is a written release.
No one is confident on how to go about removing the wording. The most common suggestion is to lawyer up, which could cost you.
So that's a legal process, and that could be very costly and very expensive.
However, many people could have these covenants in their deeds and never even know it. That's because they aren't enforceable. But the small line tucked into many deeds could cause a lot of problems.
Now, although racial covenants are no longer enforceable, they are offensive and may even encourage racial sentiment.
As WAND started investigating these covenants, a lawmaker proposed Senate Bill 1967. It would take the legal work out of it and allow county recorders to take them out, costing you $10 or less.
Hopefully we will be on that path again to provide this clear path, cost-effective way for people to just remove these unlawful restrictive covenants and just to, again, begin the healing.
It's a similar bill 3 other states have, and many others are considering.
This is also an opportunity to remove yet another relic of our country's racist history.
Redlining, racial restrictions, hidden efforts to keep African Americans out of white Illinois neighborhoods. For the I-Team in Decatur, Doug Wolfe.
And I'm Jacklynn Boatman.
WAND News.
There are additional forms of racism from decades ago which still impact minorities today. Real estate was not the only area where African Americans were discriminated against. Even the New Deal under Franklin D. Roosevelt wasn't a very good deal for minorities. When negotiations were underway to create Social Security, Congress had to appease Southern lawmakers. So they simply eliminated the benefit for certain workers.
Southern senators insist that you exclude domestic workers and farm workers. Well, that excluded 60% of employed black labor.
African Americans also lost their homes and neighborhoods when property was taken by the government for the creation of the interstate highway system and for the creation of business districts in post-World War II America.